What always bothered me about politics involved folks looking the other way if someone in the right place would help move an agenda. Thus, we start with GOP senators, House members, and activists who might not think well of the president, his ethics, his competence, etc. Because we're dealing with a situation where the GOP stalwarts really see Trump as a tool to appoint certain types of judges. We already got Judge Gorsuch, and to sign off on certain pieces of legislation and policies. We saw that with the hit on funding Planned Parenthood, which likely will lead to many more abortions as a result of a diminution of family health planning. So these guys knock something out because it fit with their philosophy, and we're going to get more abortions, not less, because of this action by abortion opponents. Always interesting. So the borrow from the Donald, very smart. Yeah, right. Because that's the type of thing he would tweet. And we did not see this also when a repeal of Obamacare failed. We do not see any plan to change the tax codes, and I refuse to call anything that was going to inject regressivity into the IRS code reform. I know they like to always call it tax reform, but it's only reform when you're making positive changes and interjecting progressivity. People in the administration may be individually competent. There seems to be some people with distinction that are appointed, but the overall team, the way it comes together, it takes the title of this old Jimmy Breslin book, Can't Anybody Here Play This Game? A good executive builds a good team, and that just did not happen here. Maybe it'll occur down the road, but nothing to date suggests that anytime soon. It's really like an accidental administration. In City and State this week, an old friend, Bruce Jory, and I knew him when he was almost like a teenager. I think Arthur knows him. I think Tony knows him. Recalled a comment in City and State newspaper or magazine of Professor Richard Neustadt, who's a presidential scholar. He wrote a great book called Presidential Power. It's really one of the great books about how a president can succeed. And Professor Neustadt wrote, "The presidency is no place for amateurs." And that's really what we're dealing. Perhaps a saving grace of sort involves that all the eyes on the doings of this administration, because it's an administration where ignorance, lies, and bad policy really rule the day. So we have a situation where the same attention, actually more so, that was given to the Trump campaign during the election in the print, in the cable, and all that media coverage, puts the foibles of Team Trump in our daily consciousness. So in essence, he got elected to some extent by playing the media, and now all that attention, because their ratings covering this guy still stays up, and their ratings are even higher than during the campaign. And as a result, that free coverage now keeps this administration to a large degree in check, even if Team Trump doesn't realize it that way, because they're still doing the same playbook of working the press and trying to feed it as best they can. So, you just watch the news, read the papers in print or online, and cable and Twitter and Facebook. There's just no end in how this administration is getting covered.